All right, episode 3 of Hollywood, New Jersey, the documentary.
What happened to episode 2?
Well, you know.
There was some rumors that you guys got fired, and I don't know who fucking started those, but those are dirty bastards, because we would never do that. We like at least one of you.
I received correspondence in the mail with like a check, but there was no. It was like,
wait, how do you get fired from this and you get money and we don't get shit?
Yeah, you got paid.
How does that work?
What's correspondence, man?
I don't know.
That's a big
That's
word.
an email.
That's a producer word. Guys,
Episode 3, Hollywood, New Jersey. The crew's all here. As we mentioned in the previous episode, getting all 4 of us together every week is probably going to be difficult, but just like in indie filmmaking, you got to keep going. Now the 4 of us are here to talk your ear off, talk indie film, talk movies, and what's going on in the world of independent cinema and just all-out Hollywood cinema in New Jersey. Reception to last week's episode. What did you guys think after you listened to it?
Who are you talking to?
Us. I thought it was a great episode. What did you think, Manny?
realistically, my mom from Twitter, from Instagram, I'm like,
Your mom is our biggest fan.
she's like, this is my new favorite daytime soap. I'm like, you don't know how nice and depressing that is. It's just like, oh,
What?
thank you.
What exactly did Mom think about the? Did she have any?
She
comments?
likes it. She likes all of them. Fucking, you know.
She comments on all of them, so
Yeah.
we always get it. We know we got a guaranteed like,
Hi,
a
mom.
guaranteed comment. You got a little bit of a tan.
Yeah, where'd you go? To Montauk.
No, I went to the Sun.
Oh, you went to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do that. It's bad for you.
I mean, look at this complexion.
Yeah, you do look
It's beautiful.
pretty fuckable right now.
I'm very Greek.
Mm-hmm. I want to order something at a diner when I look at you.
Yeah. Souvlaki,
There you go. That sounds maybe.
Povietas.
Yeah.
But it is.
What was it? Eternal Sunshine, Spotless Mind? That was Montauk.
Wait, go back to the episode. So your mom is like our #1 fan. She
Yeah.
comments on everything. I think she's getting our views up.
I guess so.
So,
She watched
Is she,
more
tell,
than
is she
one.
telling everybody at the hair
She's
salon?
she's telling everybody that she knows.
well, we had a lot of fun. We kind of left you guys out when it came to the movies. We talked about Happy Gilmore. We talked about Fantastic
saw that.
Four.
Oh, I saw that too.
You want to give us your brief rundown
Yeah.
of Fantastic Four?
Let us know. Let's rewind. Okay, now we're talking about the
Coops, Fantastic Four, you in 44 seconds.
44 seconds.
Hey Siri, set a timer for 44 seconds. Go.
I thought it was a really great reboot of Rise of the Silver Surfer, with a little bit more heart, a lot of texture to the world. It even won my daughter over, who was really against the new film. But by the end of the film, she really enjoyed it. I think so. It's really solid Storm. I think Reed could be the smartest man in the world, and a little bit more. I think they tried to humanize him on being a idiot savant. But I think a little bit more leadership skills could have been shown. But overall, I thought it was a pretty solid installment. And even Herbie the robot didn't bother me too much.
Wally the robot.
No, it's Herbie.
Wally, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So overall, I mean, this
Time's up. Please stop talking, Coop. Thanks, though. That was great.
Manny, what'd you think? What'd you think of the movie you didn't
I
see?
refuse to watch it.
Because you don't like fours?
No, it's because Sue Storm's eyebrows are not blonde. And it just
Are they not
sticks
blonde?
out.
That makes sense
So-
to everybody
Is that
watching
what
this.
the issue was? I
Was
thought
that-
the issue was that her hair was dyed blonde.
That is the issue.
I thought you
She
didn't
should
like-
be a blonde, so they don't have to dye her eyebrows. But if they're going to make someone who's not a blonde and then have the brother also be a natural blonde, just either have her be a brunette and they're just siblings that have 2 different hair colors.
so even with Jessica Alba, they gave her a little bit of like blonde.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
Kevin-
Just either make them 2 siblings that don't have the same hair color because they got different, genes from different parents, or actually cast 2 blonde people.
I don't know. I'm looking at images of Sue Storm, and
Those eyebrows stick out like 2 brown eyebrows on a blonde.
Kevin Feige somewhere just like, there's always fucking one. There's always one with this fucking bullshit.
I mean,
That
what does that look like to you?
she has, yeah.
Yeah, it's comic book though.
You don't always have to have blonde eyebrows. Yeah, it's
God.
a comic book movie.
But speaking of, so Happy Gilmore was shot largely in New Jersey, right?
Wait, stay on.
Fantastic
Yes,
Four.
Coop. It was shot
Happy
largely.
Gilmore.
Well,
Is it
Happy
Bedminster?
Madison Productions, I think.
Yeah, Bedminster.
Happy Madison Productions probably has a contract with Netflix to shoot a bunch of stuff here because they also are shooting another film called Roommates?
Yeah, roommates with his daughter.
Filming is underway on Roommates, Netflix's latest venture with Adam Sandler's Happy Madison production. The comedy will star the likes of Sarah Sherman, Natasha Lyonne, Nick Kroll, Sadie Sandler, Chloe East, and Storm Reed.
Which sounds like Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Storm Reed and Natasha Lyonne.
Who are we
It feels
kidding?
Like the fuck
Adam
with us.
Sandler
Storm
in
Reed.
Happy Madison production is usually not good.
See, he missed an episode, but he got it. He figured it out.
Basically, if Adam Sandler is in a movie, you know it's probably going to be at least decent, or he's going to be acting amazing in it.
Well, look, Adam Sandler has extended production deal with Netflix through his Happy Madison Productions, which has produced multiple films for the streamer, including Happy Gilmore 2. This deal is highly lucrative. As one report indicates, he received $275 million for a 4-movie contract, and that he was the highest paid actor in 2025, partly due to his stand-up tour with Netflix, films like Mystery Murder 2 and Spaceman. I fucking loved Spaceman. The agreement was first signed in 2014 and has been extended multiple times, most notably after the success of films like Murder Mystery.
Murder Mystery was actually pretty decent.
They just gave him a check that says "fuck you"
But
money.
that's
all.
because of him and Jennifer Aniston.
That's confusing to me.
Well, he's the star and he's a production company. He's a director, so I guess
So the
he gets-
company gets
I-
275.
Yeah, I
He's a
got.
director?
I was
Well,
saying,
not a director, but he's
Yeah.
like
I'd say
in
the
charge of everything. Well, technically, when
Okay,
they were
yeah.
when they were on set, it was like the director would say stuff and Sandler like, "Let's do it this way," and it kind
Mhm.
of went that way. So
also,
it's your company.
Judd Apatow script doctoring his films. It's not as good.
Probably after, what's that movie they made together that didn't do well, where he plays a serious comic that's dying of cancer?
Funny people.
Funny people.
Too long, but it was actually pretty good. The
Yeah.
writing was pretty good in that.
I
movie.
think since
Well, that movie was great because like they were like, no, Sandler could be like, he could do like more adult comedies. He doesn't have to do like the fucking the things where it's like supernatural stuff that bombs. It's like, fuck it, we're doing Jack and Jill. You're playing your own twin. You're doing this. The gimmicks. It happens. What else is going on in New Jersey right now?
I think we should talk more about funny people.
Funny people,
Yeah.
I'm not
like the movie, or just
never
like
saw
comedians?
Funny People?
No. I definitely not. in
It's
this
not funny.
Yeah.
It gets really serious.
I haven't seen it in a while. I don't remember.
Oh,
much.
there's like a big moment where like he's like falling back in love with the girl that like he like first loved when he was younger, and then they like she's like married and has a kid or kids,
Doesn't matter. Let's say
whatever. She has kids, and like they're like he's like cheating on, or she's like cheating on her husband with Adam Sandler, and you're like, how the fuck is this supposed to end? Like in a really thing, like in a how are you supposed to resolve any of this stuff? And it resolves in a way that you just don't expect it, and it gets really realistic to the point where you're like, this is not funny. This is just like sad.
Yeah.
Also, it's like it's kind of hubris when it comes to like
Now I
the plot,
remember a
the
little
plot of the movie, because it's like he's a comedian who's like kind of mentoring this guy, and then he gets cancer, and he has to like deal with all the shitty stuff he does, and then like he kind of goes through an arc, and he gets through it, and he doesn't have cancer. Like movie ends, right? No, he's like, I'm just gonna be a piece of shit, and he goes for another half hour, and you're just like, this is never gonna end.
Yeah.
Like, there's like
By the
another
way-
40 minutes.
Thank you for that. I now know I never need to see this film.
It's not
think you should
about
watch
the
it.
beats.
It's
It's
a-
about the journey.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
The best
Don't mess
movies-
with Zohan. I'm gonna watch that one.
The best movies are ones that like you don't necessarily need to go in completely blind, even though that is a good experience. Like I remember watching Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one, not knowing anything about it, not seeing any trailers.
There's
and
fucking
being like,
pirates in this
"Oh,"
thing?
Yeah. Well, I just thought it was going to be like a silly like Disney movie. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is actually pretty interesting and
Yeah.
funny and all this kind of stuff. But my point is, if a movie's not rewatchable, it's like, what's the point? Like if you can't rewatch it and be like, oh, I'm getting all these extra little nuances to it and enjoying it. I don't know. My point is, you can't really ruin a good movie. If you can, then it's not a good movie.
Well, you can run a twist. You could be like, that
Yeah,
guy
but
was
he's
dead the
dead.
whole time. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah, but that's like, okay, when you watch Sixth Sense after knowing the twist, it makes everything about that movie more interesting because you know what's going on. You're in on the joke or on the twist or on the
joke.
whatever.
He was dead the whole time. I
Yeah, I mean,
was trying not to spoil it, but I guess fuck it. 40-year-old movie. If you haven't seen it, man, spoil it.
What are we talking about here?
Sixth
Sixth
Sense.
Sense. We were talking about funny people.
A twist, if it's really a good twist, knowing the twist shouldn't ruin the experience of the movie. It should enhance it. Knowing the ending of a movie should make the rest of the
I agree with
story
you, but
better.
if like I used to get into legit fights with Rocco because he would
Oh, I
ruin
agree.
things for me.
After he saw
Or that.
Superman, I wouldn't pick up the phone until I saw Superman.
I wouldn't give you spoilers. I
No,
would
but
just
you
say
would
I
just
saw
say I
spoilers.
liked it, and like that's enough for me to
Wow,
be like,
fucking
oh,
nerd
God,
list.
I don't want to.
By the way, on social media, there used to be some sort of decorum where people would watch something that was really hot. Let's say it's Fantastic Four, Game of Thrones, what have you, and you give people like a grace period of like 5 days.
Yeah.
And now that day, well, here's my full review, every spoiler. Like, what's going on here?
We kind of did that, but we did say spoilers beforehand.
Oh, I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about just normal people, like
Just
no
think that-
decorum. Like,
Yeah, I didn't even care about the normal people. I'm more annoyed by like outlets that will put their their score on the thumbnail of something where it's like, save that for the actual video and don't put that in the goddamn thumbnail. But then again, the
clickbait.
You know when it changed?
Yeah.
When it was memes. When memes started coming out, then it's like, oh, we got to do this. Like, what's this? What's the big spin? Like, maybe it's Doctor Doom or fucking this or that.
My day.
And then it's like we need to
People
spoil it for the
spoil
meme,
movies.
and we want more. It's more about more engagement. Because people are pieces of shit sometimes, and that's why.
Well, why don't you just get off the internet?
Because like, what else are we gonna do? We're on the internet now, sort of, kind of.
Seriously, who are you talking to?
My mom, haven't you been fucking listening?
Hi, Rocco's mom. Everyone.
Hi, Rocco's
There you
mom.
go.
hi, baby.
We're coming for you.
I'll see you later.
Got serious.
Coop's not in last episode, but I know he's gonna be in now.
I know where I was last week. We're good.
All right. Oh, shit's going on here in New Jersey. I'm gonna cut all that out. Fucking 20 minutes of shit.
Comedy gold.
Other things going on in New Jersey. So we know that Happy Madison Productions is going on. We already talked about that. The other thing that's going on right now, the other film is 72 Hours with Kevin Hart. So 72 Hours is a Netflix comedy starring Kevin Hart, where he plays a 40-year-old executive who joins a group of 20-somethings on a bachelor party weekend after being added to their group text.
It's
I
like,
just lost
skip.
interest when
It's
I
like,
heard
how do I
Kevin
skip?
Hart.
How do I skip an idea?
It's funny, like that reminds me of a callback to Taking Care of Business, which was J.J. Abrams' first feature film script that he wrote at the age of like fucking 17 or 18. That starred Jim Belushi and Charles Grodin, where Charles Grodin is like this important executive. He leaves his day planner at like a phone booth, and Jim Belushi finds it and assumes his identity because everything that was necessary is there. And so this seems like, let's see, a 50-year update to that idea where
What's the name of the movie again?
Taking Care of Business.
Taking Care of Business. So it's a remake of that, sort of.
Well,
Sounds like
I see echoes, for sure.
Just reading the script. Why are there so many fucking lens flares? You're not supposed to write that.
Lens flare.
That's Blair. The other film that is currently going is Camp Crystal Lake from Friday the 13th. It was filmed up in Camp Nobi Bosco.
Folks, it is exactly written the way he's saying it. So
He's not telling the dog
Camp
not
Nobi Bosco.
if you say it 3 times, a demon will appear right here.
Nobi Bosco.
It sounds a lot prettier in like the native language.
Oh, can you, please, can you?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
Hey, really, how do they say it in
Yeah.
okay?
Milwaukee. Here you go. Here, we'll do it this way. Let's see.
No people go.
That's pretty close.
Oh.
Nobi Bosco.
Nobi Bosco.
Nobi
Nobi
Bosco.
Bosco.
Bumblebee tuna.
So, Camp Nobi Bosco. Bumblebee tuna. I could say bumblebee tuna.
That's not even the word.
Fuck, your name's Gregory.
Fuck it, your name's Gregory.
That's
Active
cool.
Boy Scout camp in Hardwick Township, New Jersey, which was chosen by director Sean S. Cunningham for its rural setting. The production company for the original film was Paramount Pictures, as shown on the camp's credits. So that's a non-Netflix movie filming
I didn't even know they made those anymore.
So what is that like?
Yeah.
Is that connected to
Jason.
Jason?
horror guy.
Yeah, it's like a prequel to Friday the 13th.
Cool.
The cool thing about like all those that you listed, I've seen like casting for that to be like extras. So you could like,
Yeah.
if you want to be a bartender, you want to be a fucking canoe instructor. So that's where Netflix kind of helps you. It's like, hey, you want to be a bit part? You could do it maybe if you get lucky,
If they're filming it.
if they're filming it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a cool thing.
Okay, and then the last one is Mr. Irrelevant, based on a true story of John Tuggle, is scheduled to film in New Jersey and other locations with casting calls for local extras already held. It's an upcoming American biographical film starring Corn Sweat as John Tuggle, the last NFL player drafted in the 1983 draft.
So is this based on a true story?
Yeah,
So
I hate
pop-
sports, but I'm a sucker for sports movies.
that's funny.
It
'cause
makes sports
You should
so
love
much
the
more
best
interesting.
sports movie of all time, Rocky.
That's not a sports movie.
Yes.
That is a sports
That's
movie.
a movie about a guy crying about his stupid dog.
Wow.
John Wick,
You.
which is also a great movie. Why do you hate great movies?
John Wick is also a sports film.
Yeah,
So
murder.
Well, I thought it was it's a fencing film, right?
What?
John Wick.
John Wick. Yeah,
Yeah.
There is some fencing in there.
I thought you said it was like a sword gun.
it's because they use guns kind of like kung
like Final
gun
Fantasy
fu.
VIII.
No, it's kind of like bah bah bah. You know.
You don't
Bah.
shoot guns that way.
Yeah, but
So,
that's how he.
Manny,
Wow, wow,
he mentioned
wow.
his favorite sports film. What is your favorite sports film?
Basketball.
I was gonna say The Replacements.
I like the
It's a good one.
Replacements.
It's a good one.
It's so silly and fun.
I like them.
It's also just a great premise too. Like the idea, it's a football version of the snobs versus slobs kind of premise. So it's like
Fuck.
it's just fun to see like underdogs
Was that rated
basically
R?
getting. I don't know
Because I always remember it's like fuck you. You have to find your dick first, Shamu. But I'm not sure if it was like
if that's the only fuck. I don't
yeah.
know.
How about you, Rocco? Do you have a favorite sports film?
Ah fuck. I'm really surprised you didn't say A League of Their Own.
Yeah, if I really thought about it,
God damn it.
I
me on the
literally
spot.
have.
There's like
Yeah, you got it. Bona
That's
fide
the
right
team from A League of Their Own, John.
Is this my?
Sandlot.
No,
I'm gonna
it's-
say
I
Sandlot.
put my
That's-
gorilla
there.
on my iPad.
Rocco brings
already.
up a good one. Sandlot's a solid
Yeah.
sports film.
It really romanticized
Is
Is it wait, is it a sports film or is it coming? It's sort of like Stand by Me. I don't know if it's a sports film.
Okay, fuck you, Mr.
No,
Die Hard.
I'm just saying.
Is it-
They're all fucking sports.
They're all movies.
But there's other themes and other
Yeah.
storylines. But
Yeah.
the sport is the backdrop.
Well, there are different kinds. So it's like there's like
And the sport
films-
is a metaphor for what
yeah,
they're going
there's
through.
films about sports, just like any topic, or there's films that sports is a big, like, concept in it.
Feels
so
like-
like
You know what's a good one too? Moneyball. That's a good
I
one.
love
It gave me.
Moneyball.
I don't give a fuck about baseball, the things around it, but I was just like, this is fascinating.
Yeah, I love Moneyball.
Because that's why those movies are good. Because it's like it gives structure to something. So you're like, I care about these beats, even if I don't care about the overall sport. So that's what you're getting. You're connected to the people.
yeah, it makes sports interesting.
Yeah, there you go. They finally did it.
Fucking,
What about you, Coop? What's your favorite sports?
Oh, Goodfellas. Clearly,
because he
that was great.
because he beats with
Did
a
someone give Coop his medicine today?
I did. That's probably why I said Goodfellas. It was just Skittles, principally.
All right, so those are the big movies going on. Mr. Irrelevant, Camp Crystal Lake, 72 Hours, and Roommates. In other news, an independent film that's going on, a buddy of ours named Ryan Moore, he's making a film, I believe, I don't know if we should say the budget. Do we say the budget? Is
No, let's just say he got a budget, which is
he got a budget.
it's a fucking miracle.
Oh,
An independent filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Galaxy 4.
Galaxy 4, and it's about small town retro store employees try to keep the business operating during a massive space alien invasion. It's Clerks meets Galaxy Quest with the absurdity of wet, hot American summer.
do another read of that.
No, fuck Ryan.
Now it's Spanish.
Ryan, I'm going to do another one. I'm just kidding. I'm not that mean.
Yeah, do it all in Spanish.
All right.
Galaxy 4.
I'm going to just do it with
Do you want me to do it?
What is
So was there a Galaxy
Galaxia
1,
Cuatro?
2,
No, that's a whole running joke.
All right, Galaxy 4. Small town retro store employees try to keep the business operating during a massive space alien invasion. It's Clerks meets Galaxy Quest with the absurdity of wet, hot American summer.
That really tells you everything you got to know. If you don't like those three movies, you're probably not going to like it. If you're like, I want an art house movie about depression, you're not going to like this.
So we've known Ryan for a really long time.
Yeah,
he was
he was in our pilot for Hollywood, New
but he was
Jersey.
also in our first independent feature film.
28-minute epic.
Epic.
He
He
was
was
like
in
Superior
28?
Ashika.
He's in
Yeah,
28.
he was one of the unhoused people, as they would call it now. Wasn't he like a homeless person?
Is that the term?
That's what they call him now.
house.
There was a fuck comedian.
I always call them deadbeats.
I thought it was.
There was a comedian that was like, "That's the problem, the house." It's like, now that I'm in the house, I don't have any fucking mental illness.
displaced. Yeah. So
That just reminds me of the George Carlin bit where it's like, It's used to be like shell shocked.
Yeah,
And
they
it turned into like
soft language.
PTSD and just softening the language, but you're removing like
Whatever-
the severity of it.
Whatever makes the people that don't have to go through it more comfortable. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's like, how can we make this?
It feels bad to say these people are bums. Let's call them homeless
We
people.
can't
It
put-
feels bad to call them homeless people. Let's call them unhoused.
We can't put X's over them. So let's actually, all right, what are we going to call them?
Hmm.
Anywho. So yeah, Galaxy 4, I was actually on set as an extra. What can I say about it? Oh, so they shot like in Asbury Park in Middletown, and the scene I was in, it was like a concert, but they took a dojo and made it into like a retro store. It's pretty cool because they put like a lot of like videotapes and stuff on there. And all I can say about the scene is like, I'm in a crowd, I have a cup, there's a spoon, I have a hot dog, there's a couple people on stage, one's dressed as Jesus, one's dressed as a fat baby, and they're singing a song about telling aliens to go suck their dick. So pretty much, like, if you like that part, then you're golden.
I would love what he's describing as the biggest secret in the film.
No, I think I think that's the selling point. If you like that, if you don't like that, you're not gonna like it.
Well, I mean, if you're interested in those type of comedies, Ryan has another film that's out that I believe you can rent on Amazon Prime, Marijuana Minutes. So he was the writer and director of Marijuana Minutes,
Oh, cool.
and it says streaming on Folsom TV.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. So Marijuana Minutes is streaming on Folsom and Plex. It says here on IMDb. So look up Ryan D. Moore on IMDb if you want to check out Marijuana Minutes. We saw it at the Garden State Film Festival, and now it's streaming. So congratulations to Ryan. And in terms of Galaxy 4, Ryan is the director, and he's also the co-writer along with Michael McKitty. And it stars Rebecca DeMarco, Michael McKitty, Sophia Lucia Parola, which we also know. She's awesome and great actress.
She was in the Ghostbusters trailer, which fucking blew my mind. She was the girl with the glasses. I was like, oh my god.
We want to wish Ryan good luck. I mean, making a film is hard. An independent film is obviously hard, and that's why we're all here to kind of discuss movies and get our movie off the ground.
He did
For
it.
him. That's awesome.
He did it the right way. Like, he crowdfunded his movie, took it to festivals. He met somebody who was like, "Hey, you want to like make a movie? I can get a budget." That's how you want.
Did he, with this concept, did he have a trailer? Like a just.
I don't think he had a trailer. I think
I think what sold the making of this movie was hitting this festival circuit with Marijuana Minutes.
he met Michael McKitty there, and he was like, "I have this idea. If you co-write it with me, then you direct it. I'll get you a budget," which is fucking dream. So good job, Ryan.
Yeah.
Take notes.
So we're looking forward to seeing Galaxy 4 and
Yeah.
also having Ryan on the podcast tell us about his process, where he got the money from so we can steal some too, and how we can get a movie going. Hey, Ryan, you want to produce our film now that you've done two? Just kidding. We have a producer.
You don't have
Is he returning your calls?
We don't have an executive producer. That's right.
You can always use more.
Always use more.
All right, cool. That's what's
Right.
going on in New
We can always use
Jersey.
Ryan more.
We can always use Ryan Moore. That was good. All right. So that's what's going on in Jersey in terms of productions.
So now that we're talking about like Jersey filmmaking, that always makes me think of like the Jersey filmmaker that got me into it, Kevin Smith, and like how, and how like it was different back then. There was like all these people that like Kevin Smith and Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez. They all kind of came along at the same time, and we all kind of got into this business because of that. I got in because Kevin Smith. I remember watching Clerks, and there was a joke in it where Dante, if you haven't seen it, Dante's girlfriend. Spoilers. Dante's girlfriend.
Like 70 years ago.
Yeah. It's like, that was just yesterday.
It wasn't black and white.
It wasn't black and white. So basically he finds out his girlfriend like went down on a lot of guys. He's like, well, how many guys? She's like 36. And he's like, is that counting me? He's like, oh, you're 37. He's like, I'm 37. So he says, my girlfriend sucked 37 dicks. And one guy goes, in a row, which is the funniest fucking thing because that guy's just like impressed. And ever since that joke, that's the one joke that got me. That was the one joke that Harvey Weinstein, fucking Voldemort of producers. He was like, we should give you fucking money and make the movie. So
It's good to know that you and Weinstein have the same sense of humor.
well, a lot of people watched that movie. It wasn't just me. Fuck.
So
I'm saying shit that's the truth. Yeah, but why the fuck did you get into film?
You're saying that, dude.
I don't know. Why the fuck did you get into filmmaking? I know the answer, but tell me.
He sucked 37 dicks.
In a row?
37.
30, 38.
37.
Yeah, why'd you get into filmmaking?
I'll try not to be too long-winded about it.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to
All right.
Oh, the way.
45
45 seconds. Ready?
45 seconds.
Go.
My father came from Honduras and he said he wanted to be an actor. And when he came here,
Yeah.
he came to do a audition. He went to an audition, and the audition, they said, Julio, you have a good look, but why do you want to be an actor? And he said, because I'm a good liar. My father did not become an actor because it had such a thick accent that, he couldn't get an audition that would pull him in for anything. He got me into films really early on. So like as young as I was, 3, 4, 5 years old, I was watching Star Trek. I was watching Hitchcock films, and I grew up on just cinema. And Spanish was my first language, but I learned English through cinema. As I got older and got into acting and thought I was going to be a soccer player, I got injured. I went to film school. And before film school, I was an English major, but that transitioned into film school, thinking I could become an actor. And so I went to film school because I wanted to make stuff or learn to make stuff and put myself in it, not knowing that I would love the process of filmmaking. But along my journey of learning how to make stuff, I learned about Robert Rodriguez and how he was essentially making a test film. And the test film was shot on film by himself. He self-funded his film by doing one of those like independent studies for like placebo effect, taking some sort of drug or whatever. And he doesn't know if it was enhancing him or, killing him.
He just wasn't a good director before he took it. And I was like, oh my God, I'm limitless.
Oh, the best. So I read his book, Rebel Without a Crew, and I thought, oh, that's amazing. But his film, he funded it getting the money from all these experiments on his body. El Mariachi was made for $7,000. And I was like, that's fucking great. I know how I'll be a big superstar. I'll make a movie for less than $7,000.
Yeah.
Genius.
Genius.
Not thinking that like time and inflation.
In fact, everyone has a fucking camera. Now.
Everybody
There's
has
no
a camera.
budget.
Everybody's a director. There's no difference between content and art. There is, but
There's
just people don't know the difference. A lot of people don't. And so we made a film for $4,100.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. That's all we had.
But-
I thought that it was going to catapult us into something else.
So let's say, fuck it. We do
But
it.
the whole idea was that, all right, if this guy, if this Latino filmmaker can make a movie for $7,000 and I can make one for $4,000, I'm definitely going to be fucking recognized as a top tier director. So understanding that Rodriguez made one for $7,000 and Kevin Smith made it, I think, for $27,575 dollars, and a lot of it was financed on credit cards.
Yeah, but that's the one that like
The one he put in
festival
festivals
saw.
and stuff.
Yeah, the one that you would see like if you watched it somewhere at
Right.
this point in time definitely has a lot more money
Yeah.
it built into it.
Yeah.
That's where the legend gets bigger than the movie, though, where it's like, if he didn't get a producer at that point, he'd be fucked. They added
Right.
music, they fixed
Yeah.
some of the visual,
That's
they
what I
cut
could
the
say.
ending.
After Sundance, then I guess got into the hands of Weinstein. Then another $1 million went into publishing, redoing certain
Yeah.
things, and
That's-
getting into what we want to watch.
That's the first $1 million was put into that movie, because if not, they would have been fucked.
So mine was essentially growing up on Hitchcock, being introduced to fucking Rodriguez and to Kevin Smith, which then opened up this whole world for me.
So hold on. Actually, I do want to interview you for a second because you mentioned Hitchcock. So for me, it was Spielberg 100%. For you, Hitchcock, like you cited Hitchcock over Spielberg. So I'm just asking.
Yeah. So the funny thing about why this is
Sorry, to an interview.
why this is the thing is because, again, my father got me into film. So my father is he's a born again Christian now since the 90s. My father's born again Christian, but he was a huge cinephile. Okay, and because he was a huge cinephile,
You
I
said
think
Cinny. Fine.
That's why he's a born again Christian. Oh, shit.
because he was so into films, he thought it was important to sit down with me and watch all these cool movies. And so like Psycho was one of them. Me, like as a little kid, like he took us to Universal Studios to see the Psycho trolley thing. And he's like, that's from the movie. And you're going to understand why that's fun.
Yeah.
Right. Like he would connect the dots for me.
Look, you can see Coop in the background.
He's a killer. And so he was like, these are good movies. This is good storytelling. This is good tension. Like my dad explained that to me in his way, like why I should appreciate it. My parents got separated when I was very young, and we moved to Jersey.
Mhm.
And my mom worked crazy hours. So it was just me and my sister until my dad moved here, but it was a while. The only thing we had besides school was a car to a rental store, to a video store. So that she's like, you can go rent movies while I'm working. So we were alone a lot, like when we were younger, like a lot. Like right now, like Dyfus would have took us right now, probably. So the first thing I ever rented, because I had already seen it with my younger sister, was we went there and I was like, they have Psycho. So I go up to the counter. The guy's like, I don't know, man. This is hardcore. You're a little kid. And I'm like, nah, I've already seen it. I start reciting shit from the movie. And he goes like, holy shit.
He just started
He's like,
him.
did you know that there were sequels? And I was like, what does that mean? And he's like, duh, and just drops the stack there.
Here's Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
Here's
No, but he's like Psycho 2, Psycho 3.
yeah.
I didn't even.
Oh, okay. The
Vince Vaughn
Anthony
didn't exist
yeah.
yet.
I can just see you go to like a liquor store. It's like, I got a beer. It's like, you're too young. It's like, I've had vodka. Like, well, here's all the whiskey. Fuck it.
So every time I went to the rental store for years, I would rent a Hitchcock film that was introduced to me by some Quentin Tarantino like video guy, and another movie, Psycho and Rocky, Psycho and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Psycho and whatever. So my recommendations were coming from the video guys there because I was there almost every night because that's what we had. We just had the video card. You know, like we were really fucking poor because of my dad and because of Universal Studios. Hitchcock was like my go-to director.
For this portion, we'll go on to some other origin stories in future episodes. But no, that's really cool. I like that you mentioned Hitchcock opposed to some other. So that's cool. So
which I also saw and stuff, but it was just like the idea of being scared and then like the release of like nothing's actually happening to me. It's just being scared in the room. And, my sister's younger than me. So like my sister was so into it as well, which was like, it was just kind of insane. And my mom never said anything other than like, why do you always rent the same movie? I was like, but we rented a different one too. I think it was just that same movie all the time. She probably would have called for help.
Why do you keep renting the movie where they kill the mom? Are you trying to tell me something? Stay home.
Spoilers.
What fucking year was that movie came out? 50s, 60s?
Real long.
Come on.
Yeah, no, it's a joke.
You'd have to be Psycho.
61.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was around.
But Detective Kevin Smith films, Clerks was, something that definitely was eye-opening to me. But what really made me love Kevin Smith wasn't Clerks, it was Chasing Amy.
That is his best film besides Jersey Girl.
Dogma's pretty good too.
Dogma is really good.
Really
On rewatching though, I don't think it's his best film, even though I always thought it was his best film.
What?
I feel like it's a
Dogma
better
or Chasing
script
Amy?
than the actual movie itself.
Which one?
Dogma.
Dogma.
Like I've read Dogma so many times, but then for whatever anniversary it was, they were playing it in the theaters, and rewatching it, it's like, okay, it's okay. But Chasing Amy is like a legit movie. This is like, it's almost like a parody movie, which is still good, but it's like, it doesn't feel like a serious movie, if that makes any sense.
Well, if you look at that movie from like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, it's fucking amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a total reversal. I don't want to spoil any more fucking movies, but I'm just saying
the movie needed more focusing on those two and less on, the woman trying to who's like, I don't care, I'm spoiling it, who's like a grandchild of a grandchild of a great granddaughter or whatever of like Jesus.
So Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are two renegade fucking angels, and they're trying to get back into heaven. And like fucking for the whole first half of the movie, like Matt Damon's the dick and Affleck's cool, and then it just switches. It's the coolest switch I've ever seen in the movie. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear about Kevin Smith? I got fucking.
Yeah, but Mallrats kind of whack. And
well, the whole idea of Kevin Smith, when me and you connected in college, is really that he talked a lot about like wanting to make movies with his friends. And the idea that like you can come up with ideas and then just execute and make something good because we have a specific point of view. If something is important to you and you put it out into the world, it's going to be important to a lot of other people. So Rocco and I both had a very similar like fake, almost like parasocial relationship with Kevin Smith before I think that existed, like a kinship with him. Like he fucking gets us.
Yeah, he's Jersey, man.
He's Jersey. He knows like what we're feeling. He understands because there's jokes that we make that people would find offensive that he finds funny and we find
he's
funny.
doing Star Wars references. Holy shit.
He talks about all the stuff that we talk about, and he makes it come off really cool. And I think we grew up under this umbrella of like Kevin Smith is the almighty for us.
Keeping in mind, you're not actually communicating with Kevin Smith. This is all
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
But to that, we've crossed paths with Kevin Smith a bunch of times in kind of weird ways.
yeah, like hiding in his like garbage can,
It's effective. He's like, oh, fuck.
Backseat of
That
the
never
car.
happened.
That's why he had a heart attack.
By the way, Kevin, you're out of toothpaste. Rocco told me, so you need to go.
The 28 promotion thing, is that before you met him any of the times?
No, I met him before that.
Okay.
So
To that, Rocco has met Kevin Smith multiple times. And one time it paid off for all of us. So
yeah.
go ahead with
So
Jared.
I met Kevin Smith 5 times. I don't mean like we sat down for a meal, but I've interacted with him 5 times, which is 5 more times than I ever fucking thought I would. So the first time I met Kevin Smith, there was his book signing, and I was like, all right, let me go check it out. So I waited in line for 3 hours. I don't know how the fuck I did that. These days I'd be like, fuck it. But Kevin Smith was my hero. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey man, like you're the reason I got in filmmaking. He's like, you don't blame that shit on me. And I brought up the whole 37 thing. He's like, that's great. And so he signs my book, Rocco, because I tell him about the movie I want to make, 20 epic, about superheroes and all this shit. So he was like, Rocco, keep making.
I don't know what you said in that last part. You want to rewind?
So I told him about this movie that I was making, 20 minutes. I was telling him about this each other.
Pretend you're an English major.
Or pretend like we've never heard this story.
All right. So what I was telling him.
As if you can enunciate and speak English.
Oh, you should talk, motherfucker.
Rocco, will you tell us about the time you went to a book signing?
Yeah, so I went to a book signing, and Kevin Smith signed my book, and I told him about the movie I was making, 28-minute epic, and he was like, "Oh, that's cool, it's awesome." So he wrote, "Rocco, keep making flicks," and sent me one. And he probably did that as a nice thing, but
That was his mistake.
that was his mistake because I took it as literal.
Don't encourage us.
Filmmakers, the worst thing you give a filmmaker is hope. That's what he gave me. So I was like, all right, I'll keep that in mind. The second time I met Kevin Smith. So we worked on writing 28-minute epic. We redrafted. We made the movie. And we're like, let's pitch it to him at fucking Comic-Con. We made a making of a documentary called, no, it's not 28 minutes long because the title's fucking stupid. But hey, retrospect. So we go to Comic-Con and I'm going to like.
Wait, we go to Comic-Con, but I was supposed to go to Comic-Con with you.
Right.
And for some reason, it's the first time ever that my mother and my little brother want to come to Comic-Con on this very important day that we're going to pitch Kevin Smith.
Of course.
They forget their Comic-Con tickets. So we're in New York or in Secaucus. Who has to go back to get their tickets? So I was supposed to be talking to Kevin Smith online at the convention.
Wait, you weren't there?
No, he showed up drunk as fuck after he got in a fight. Almost.
So,
you're again.
so I go back to get the tickets thinking that I can still make the panel.
Yeah.
I realize I can't make the panel, so I call Rocco and I go, it has to be you. You have to get online and you have to pitch the fucking movie so that he can say it to Twitter or whatever the fuck was going on.
I was like, what the fuck, really, me?
And you're like, no, just get back here. And you can't. And I go, I can't. This is what you say. And he's like, I can't. So we start arguing on the phone and I'm like, don't fuck this up. If you fuck this up, you're not gonna, we have a big opportunity here. You can sell the whole fucking room that we got an independent movie in New Jersey. It'll be a big deal. Just do it. And he's like, fine, fuck it. Send me a text. So I send him a text of what to do, what to say. I'm rushing back to Secaucus. I don't make it. I can't get into the fucking Hall H panel wherever they are because it's locked out now. So I just start getting fucking hammered. Continue.
Wasn't there like almost a fight with somebody too?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay. So like I'm online and the thing is when you're at Comic-Con, it's no guarantee that like they could stop at a certain point. So there's a guy behind me who's like, hey man, if you trade with me, I'll give you his contact information. And I was like, no, I want to talk to him. And also maybe this guy is going to be in his fucking bushes.
It's a Q&A.
Yeah, it's a Q&A. So I go up and I ask Kevin Smith, I'm like, hey, I guess I didn't really ask him. I just said, hey, that movie, you remember me? It's
Well,
like,
the idea behind the panel is that you're talking about the show they're promoting, which was Comic Book Men.
yeah,
So I told you, pretend like it's a Comic Book Men related question and then veer off.
yeah.
So you didn't have a question. You just said, I liked.
Yeah, I like comic book man. Anyway.
No, you said the Batman thing, the Adam West thing. You're like, I was really cool that Adam West was on.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kevin Smith does that, like, kind of like.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's cool. I like you're talking about me.
And then Rocco just fucking veers into it. He goes,
Hey, well,
anyway.
we made this. Remember, keep making flicks aside. Gotta give it to me. I'm like, okay.
No. You didn't say anything
didn't.
right there. No, you didn't even speak English.
It was so. Oh, okay. So, like, basically, I was like,
Hey,
hey.
you intercut the action.
You're now being directed by Giancarlo Fernandez.
Well, now I have 3 people looking at me plus the camera, and now I'm all fucking weirded out. And I don't remember what I said 10 years ago.
You said a couple years ago when you were on your book signing for.
A couple of years ago, when you were on your book signing for Tough Shit, I told you I was a filmmaker, and you signed my book. Keep making flicks and send me one. And I actually made one.
You did it?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called 28-minute epic, but it's actually 110 minutes long. It's each one is superhero action.
Holy shit. Number one, I'm going to teach you to pitch better.
Remember me? You signed my book, Rocco, keep making flicks and send me one. It's like, well, I made one, so I'm sending it to you. So
And he goes, you did?
yeah.
Did you bring you one?
And I did. And I was like, I also made a documentary. He's like, you're my hero.
Now, you heard it react to the first part. That was fucking funny, man. So do it again. And let's hear that. We didn't do the second part because we buried under the laughter. So set it up again, the laughter, and then hit us with the second part. Go.
It's called 28 Minute Epic.
What's it about?
It's about two Jersey boy best friends get fired.
No, the answer there is about 100 minutes long. Here we go. One more time. Take 3. And action. You're being directed by Kevin Smith.
You brought him a copy of
physical
he was
copy.
receptive to-
everybody on the panel. Remember?
Yeah,
Everyone on the
physical
panel.
copy for
Yeah, he
everybody.
was actually very surprised that we had physical media.
Yeah.
Even in 2000.
So you burned them onto like
16.
DVDs or something? Or
Blu-rays.
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 Oh,
Blu-rays.
fuck.
So I followed up with a link just so he had it and the documentary, because that's what I really want him to see. I want to be like, this is how hard it was to make this fucking.
So then he directed you on camera in the panel because
Yeah.
somebody, we don't know who, recorded it.
Yeah.
It was going on when you're not supposed to record it at Hall H, was recording it. And he directed you to pitch the movie to the audience and to him.
Oh yeah.
And then he said, say, you got a room full of people here. Don't fuck it up.
In my mind, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about these people. Like, fuck about you.
I'm talking to you.
I don't give a shit.
Take my movie.
I-
Watch my movie.
This drunk asshole somewhere in a fucking train station. He's supposed to be doing this.
And action.
The movie's called 28 Minute Epic.
What's it about?
About 110 minutes long.
Yeah, it's funny.
Okay. It's a feature-length superhero action comedy. It's about these two guys from Jersey working a porn shop. They get fired. And then after they accidentally save someone's life, they decide to become superheroes for hire.
But I'm here. All right. So yeah, I fucking pitched the movie, and nothing happened, which you kind of expect. So I kind of
We got some followers on Facebook at the time.
there was some
and
positives from it. It definitely was.
That's fucking dope, man.
And-
You want to give it to me?
Oh yeah, dude, I have 5 copies for you guys. And
This guy's fucking prepared. Well done. Whoever else brings shit, bring 5 copies.
just have the movie online for free so everyone can check it out too.
Tell them what it is. You got a room full of people. Say it slowly and clearly so they can hear you.
It's at 28minuteepic.com, and we also have a documentary called No, It's Not 28 Minutes Long.
You're my fucking hero, dude. It's you. You made your own movie, and then you're like, I'm not going to wait for somebody to make a documentary about it. I'm going to make it. Fucking smart.
We just want
Because
to
we
like,
did get an uptick in like followers and
Yeah.
all that stuff. And then people were hitting us on the Facebook. Facebook was very popular at that
Yeah.
point. People
Back
were
in the
like,
day.
hey, I'm here because of Kevin Smith. Where's the movie? Like those type of
so that
messages.
stuff was
So,
effective.
so we sent like teaser trailers out and stuff like that. And it's like, follow the channel. Like,
we
uptick
wanted to
so
make a
high.
splash. We made a drip, but there's more than what we had.
Well, hold on. Let's slow down because now it's 2025. We're all like more experienced.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I would say is what we kind of talked about what worked
Mm.
and obviously some things didn't work. So I'm just going to like a Koopa learning moment here. Like, what do you guys feel should have been in place? It's a really bold thing that you did. It's like, and it's a weird thing where as you get more experience, like I would never do that again.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're directly talking to the guy. You are in a, he gave you 3 or 4 to 5 minutes of
Yeah.
time where again, that's why they have like just stick to comic book man or whatever.
Right.
I wonder now what I as a team, what would we do differently?
Thank you, dude. Thank you for fucking pursuing it. You know, sometimes, thank you so much. You feel like you're in a vacuum saying this shit. We're like, go out, make movies, go out, record podcasts. So when I meet people who are like, you told me to do it, and I did it. I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have asked them for money or something. But that makes me feel good that you went out and did it, right? Why not you? Why fucking wait for somebody else to come to you and be like, hey, let's make a movie, or hey, let's make a documentary about your movie? You're like, fuck it, I'm a captain in my own industry. I'm gonna do it myself. I salute you, my friend.
If it was the same situation.
I would.
For example, was the film online and that was accessible? Like,
We'd have to watch.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
there was
Like,
a
I'm
link.
just-
There was a
I'm-
link to it. I think we.
I'm
Could.
only saying like, it's a really bold thing,
Yeah.
and so
I would have
part
just
was
dropped
like,
John Carlo off at the
how-
Comic-Con. That would have been my first.
what you guys would have your passes and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, it is interesting. Like, I've been like on so some of my friends work at an animation company called Titmouse, and so we have this once a year thing at the New York Comic Con where people come in, and then once in a while, yes, people are very bold, and they're trying to pitch Chris Panofsky, the owner, and the team right then and there, and a lot of people roll their eyes because like, oh my god, this is
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is not the right forum for it. But that doesn't mean it's not it does have the possibility of it being effective. So I'm just wondering, like, what would have you guys done differently this time?
Knowing what I know now, I would have focused more on the people, not him, because the people might have been checked it out.
The people, as in
the
on
audience,
panel, or
no, the people in the audience, the people online. I would have focused more on them than him. Like, focus on the people, not the celebrity. The celebrity, he was there to promote comic book.
Rocco did the best he could under pressure. I think for sure. I was so prepared to go online and do the same thing and almost get carried out of there to make sure that it was handed in his hand and that the people around him cared enough to be like, yeah, this guy, not only does he have his shit together, he's eloquently speaking about the movie, he's addressing everybody in the room, he's making them. I would have made a performance out of it because I had practiced to make a performance out of it. Luckily, my buddy who's an actor was able to improvise on the spot when the pressure was to him. We had pamphlets we printed out. We spent hundreds of dollars on pamphlets for the movie with where you could see the movie. We handed those out for 3 days.
QR code.
We had our big movie poster with us. We were taking pictures with anybody that was cosplay related or had a stand. We did a lot of things that was, even though you're saying we were focused more on the people, we did a lot of that.
Yeah.
And what's the trauma guy name?
Lloyd Kaufman. Uncle Lloyd.
Yeah.
Uncle Lloyd. But that was the year before when we were promoting.
Yeah. It was 2 years. One's a promotion year. One was like,
we almost got Lloyd Kaufman in the fucking movie.
He was there.
He responded and everything.
Yeah.
We met him there. We told him about the movie. We pitched him, and he's like, "We'll make it work." And we were back and forth trying to schedule it like a few times, and it just fell apart. It never happened.
Now, you guys
We almost
don't
got
know
kicked out of the artist alleyway too, because we were just like yelling at people, showing that, like, trying to hand out our
The 28
oh, we're
Which
totally
part?
soliciting. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally like, we're not selling anything, but we're like literally
So-
talking about it.
what you guys may not remember is, so
It's it.
we met in 2016 at Blizzard. By the way, we all were
Right, so that was
uh,
15.
Wait, before you go into this, I just want to say,
Yeah.
if I could do it differently, I would have planned for us to do a Airheads and kidnap Kevin Smith,
Mm.
force him to watch it.
It's a much better idea.
Yeah.
Still planning.
King of Comedy,
But you know what would have been, to your point, not
Point of the kidnap.
if I would have made a gag out of it, it would have been like I would have dressed up a dummy like Kevin Smith, and it's like we've held Kevin Smith hostage to watch our movie, planted it, and put like a big sign that says that, and had one of those little booths, and then 28-minute epic as talked about by Kevin Smith, and just had the fucking booth there because then people would see it and there'd be something related to it.
right.
And then have the movie there with like the fake Kevin Smith just watching the fucking movie. I would have made an
with a
Airheads
fake
thing out
gun
of it.
to his head,
Well, not that
fake,
I really want his attention. I just start off, Dad.
and then pull off, do the Clockwork Orange with his eyes.
Now,
It has to be an experience.
yeah,
now.
no. So like, I'll get back to my silly story in a second, but yes, I think in hindsight, it's like now it's like it's 10 years ago, but at the same time, everything's changed. Where yes, I think now we that's where our experiences led us, where we would get a small booth, we turn it into an event where actually
Yeah.
Kevin Smith might be like, oh, I'm actually interested in what these guys are doing. Where I don't think. By the way, I don't ever think it's a great idea to jump on somebody else's panel to do this sort of thing. I feel like what you're saying is to turn it into our own marketing initiative where maybe, because I definitely feel, and this is something we've talked about, where I think it's, maybe we have as well. I think it's way cooler to create your own buzz that people are allowed to jump on and join us instead of like, I'm at your panel and now I'm just trying to take your hype and use it for myself.
Yeah,
Right.
to be fair though, the line of people that were asking questions to Kevin Smith, the majority of them were asking for a favor.
90%.
Yes.
One guy asked for him to officiate his wedding
And he said if I'm in Oregon,
At-
wherever the fuck
at
I'll
a
do it.
comic
Okay.
book men
Yeah,
panel.
I remember.
That guy made me look good. I was like, I just want you to watch my movie. I don't want you to
Panel
fucking marry.
or a show where they
You
go
wanted to-
over like old comic books and stuff like that. How is this guy's wedding relevant?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just
So-
think that if you're a fucking superstar and you're in these type of events, like you should expect that.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
don't shit on people for like reaching, because that's the hope that artists give. It's like, this guy is so cool and so good that he'll think it's okay. He'll understand.
Right.
No,
Now,
Aaron,
there's people that are not self-aware enough that overreach.
you know
Well, that's why-
day though
But
about solicitation.
But I do think,
Solicitation.
to a certain degree, 10 years ago, you guys were that people. Where now it's you realize like, I'm just saying
we
like
were,
yeah.
but we also weren't just like, we were prepared. we were wearing our t-shirts, we were wearing our hats. We had our version of like the event. We were like a walking event.
And that's where it brings back to my story. I was there at that Comic-Con.
Yes.
And I think I told this to you once before. I remember walking through, having a great time, and these I thought it was more like it was like 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah,
it was like a
There was
whole bunch of
us. There was 6 of us,
a-holes
I think.
with these very unique T-shirts that had like a
Could be
gorilla.
saying asshole.
These motherfuckers.
Right. And I think you guys even had like a weird. Did you have like a weird banner or something else?
We had
like
the poster.
we had
We
the
were walking
posters,
around with a big ass
and the
thing.
banner.
We were a walking commercial for the movie that
Yeah.
no one's seen.
And I just remember like laughing and being in awe of this gang of Gorilla Ultra people, and like being so happy for you. And I was like, these guys are. I love the energy. So we met fucking 10 years ago at this thing. I was like, those guys are doing something very cool and unique. And so there you go. There's
fun.
my little.
It's like, we're going to do a podcast in 10 years. I can fucking feel it.
I hope
Oh,
one. Yes.
So you meet him at the thing, and the next time
Yeah.
you meet him,
Yeah, the third time. So at that point, I'm done pitching him 28-minute epic. I'm like, all right, whatever, it's done. But I don't know if he's seen the movie, but whatever. Like, I'll never know. So this one's weird. Third time I met Kevin Smith.
before or after the heart attack?
After the heart attack, it was like, should I watch the movie? Nah. And that was pretty much what happened.
He tried to watch the movie and it gave him a heart attack.
Maybe, I don't know. I think he just made a choice. It's like, I could die or watch this movie. He's like, fuck this guy.
Maybe you saved him.
Maybe I saved him. Maybe. Anyway, so the third time was just weird because Giancarlo was getting married. I was like down the shore. Me and my wife went to this mall and there was an aquarium there, but it wasn't open yet. So we were like, what the fuck do we do now? And she
That
walks.
was a Red Lobster. It really wasn't an aquarium. I'm sorry. Sorry. Keep going.
So she goes ahead of me and she's like looking at stores and she comes back to me. She's like, you're not going to fucking believe this. And I'm not sure if I believe in fate, but I believe in comedy. And Kevin Smith was doing a fucking signing the weekend of my best friend's a wedding. I was like, holy shit, I got to
Best friend's feud.
I always said that. I'll wait. That'll be the 6th time I meet him. We're like, oh man, wish you would have. Anyway, so I was like, I gotta get this. So he signs.
So as a wedding gift,
Yeah, what did he sign? The Pop Funko was Jay and Bob. Do you remember what he said? I wasn't even thinking about talking to him, but in my mind, like, fuck it. Hey, you remember me that keep making flicks? Like, oh yeah, from Comic Con. Like, we're in the mid picture, and I was like, did you watch my movie? He's like, no. I was like, okay. And
I
like,
didn't lie to you.
I know, I was actually happy. Once I got out, I was like, now I fucking know. Because I'm like, if he would have watched it, I think he would.
wondering forever.
Yeah, if he would have watched it, I think he would have liked it. Even if he didn't say anything, I think he would have been like, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. I got some closure. I'm never going to see this motherfucker again. The 4th time I met Kevin Smith. So during COVID, everyone went crazy and they were like, we got to make films. We got to do stuff. And
Through your hard work, you got on set.
so I did some productions, and as favors, I got on set of Clerks 3, which I was like, okay, here I'm fucking.
Which I was hoping to get on set with you again.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm gonna fucking pitch him this time.
But you got drunk.
I'm gonna.
No, this time life got in the way. He was actually responsible. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So either it's irresponsible or responsible. So I'm on set of Clerks 3, which I'm like, this is fucking weird. And I go and I see Kevin Smith, and I'm like, all right, let's pitch. We got new stuff now. Now we got milk and cookies.
But again, we prepare.
We prepare.
If you get a chance to fucking pitch him. Right? And then this time you did. You got a chance to pitch him.
I gave him a good pitch. I pitched him the movie. He's like, oh, cool. And I was like, so how can I do this to you? He's like, well, I have to go through my producer. I'm like, cool. Who's
So
your
I
producer?
introduced you to the producer.
Yeah, so I talked to the producer. I get her information. I'm like, fuck yeah.
On set, producers like totally.
Yeah.
Send us this,
We
that,
want-
and that. So
Okay.
we're like, he tells me, and I'm like, yes, fucking yes. All right, we're gonna put a pitch together. I talked to Manny. We're gonna do this, do that, and then Rocco sends
No, I
pitch.
I sent an email earlier.
the first one.
That's basically like, she's like, oh no, we're still on set. And then I sent another email, but this is like 2 months later, 3 months later. I'm just like, okay. And basically I send the script, but there's nothing about like format or anything. It's just like Kevin Smith doesn't work on projects that he doesn't work on. I was like, that's literally the fucking opposite of what he told me. But, all right. Sometimes like you don't want to be the bad guy. So she had to be the bad guy. But like sometimes being the bad guy is effective. Like
We learned more about solicitation then.
Yeah, there you go. Like, I can't take your script. I won't take your script. Fuck
the
off.
thing is that the first email, it's like she remembered who you were.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, totally. And then the second email came
It
much
was
later.
very,
And then it was just cut.
because it was so fresh, the other one. It's like, oh yeah, I'm following up. And this one's like, no, we don't do that, which is fine. But,
Yeah.
that's how it goes. So at that point, I was like, I'm never pitching Kevin Smith again. And I didn't. But it
But
did.
the 100th time that you
But I
met
did meet him again, which is fucking weird. This one's weird. Fifth time I met
he's
Kevin.
still alive.
Fifth
So
time I
there's a
met-
possibility. Okay, keep going.
So fifth time I met Kevin Smith. It was Manny can actually tell you about this one. It was this. It was a weird thing. It was like they were doing a documentary screening at the Smog Castle, and the Smog Castle is this cool little mom and pop movie theater. It's owned by a millionaire, but they have like shitty nachos and cool like posters like Dogma and JSI Bob and stuff in Japanese.
It started off as an endorsement, and then they were like, "It's a shitty that."
No, but the shitty nachos that have the good cheese that one day will probably give you cancer.
When he
but they're
says
good at the
shitty
time.
nachos, he meant that as a
That's a
compliment.
compliment. It's not like
Because movie theaters don't have shitty nachos anymore. They just
They
have
don't?
shitty nachos.
Yeah,
There's a
they-
difference.
They had
Small
good
cups.
They had good nacho cheese at AMC. Then it was a bad nacho cheese. And now they said, "Oh, the new one's back."
So
Anyway,
you're at Smodcast.
so that's Smodcast, right?
Kevin Smith's 55th birthday bash at the Secret Stash in Redback, NJ, August 3rd, tomorrow.
Oh, 6th time for my birthday, motherfucker! You know you were done with the king.
It's sold out.
Fuck. I'll be outside anyway. I'll see you.
He's gonna kill one of the waiters and like just put on it.
Kevin Smith, we're coming for you, motherfucker.
You're not gonna kill the waiter. You're just gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's you.
Yeah.
That's
What do you got to pitch me now? Nothing. Anyway, so the,
Bruce Smell funny.
Yeah, airheads.
so the point is we go. The point is we go to this to like watch the documentary. It's just a cool setting, right? And you saw the documentary. What did you think of the documentary?
Are you talking about Chasing Amy?
Chasing Amy, which is
First of all, great title.
yeah.
Saying.
Yeah, it was but the whole thing is supposed to be it's about this girl. She's a lesbian and she wants to talk about how Chasing Amy like influenced her life. But it's weird because half the movie is her saying like Kevin Smith is a hero to women and to gay people.
Stop. Chasing Amy is a documentary that examines the complex legacy of Kevin Smith's Chasing Amy from 1997 on LGBTQ plus people and its life-saving impact on the director, Sav Rogers.
Half the movie is basically saying, oh, Kevin Smith is great for like writing gay characters in the 90s. And the other half is like saying, oh, Kevin Smith is bad for like writing gay characters in the 90s.
Is that what it feels like when you watch
Yeah,
it?
they turn straight at one point. But Kevin Smith's in it, so half of it's like, yeah, thanks for the credit. The other half's like, yeah, sorry. So it's weird. And then there's a part where Manny was talking about Joey Lauren Adams was a star of Chasing Amy, but Joey Lauren Adams was like, why are you interviewing me? Why are you making this documentary? And she's like, oh, because like, I want to talk about this and like I want to be your friend. She's like, we could be friends off camera. Like, I don't want to talk about Chasing Amy. That was a dark time in my life.
Yeah.
That's when fucking Voldemort comes back. Harvey Weinstein, like fucking
It's not even that too. It's like she's describing how this movie is about their relationship and like it's the inspiration of it and their relationship was not good.
Joey and Kevin Smith's relationship
Yeah.
at the time.
So the idea of having to, the movie wasn't a good experience because it was her like, expressing real emotion based off of reality in their relationship. And then also coming back to it, 20 years later?
yeah.
Like she doesn't want to think about this moment. And besides the Harvey Weinstein stuff, it was also like the fact that it was retreading this kind of bad relationship that they had.
So she didn't really want to talk about it.
Exactly. So it's like, why are you doing this documentary was like the most interesting aspect of the
That's the best part.
documentary.
And there's also another part where like her girlfriend comes out to her parents as a lesbian, but then she comes out as trans and the girl's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know. Anyway, so they're going to do a Q&A. I don't really have any questions except for like, why is this getting made and who the fuck funded this? But Kevin Smith, like he attached his name to it and it's on Prime. So what the fuck do I know?
Well, you also had to get your nachos and cheese.
Yeah, I get my nachos and cheese. I was happy. I was like, I don't care. But it's a really cool place to like, I'm actually, it's an
You
endorsement.
should go to this theater.
It's really
Any
interesting.
small theater that feels like a theater from the 90s,
They
you
had-
should go.
They had a Revenge of the Jedi fucking poster before it was like turned for Return of the Jedi. Like cool stuff there, like really nerd stuff. Anyway, so he's going to do a Q&A and like, I don't really care. May is taking a piss. I'm waiting for him. And all of a sudden, Kevin Smith and some guy start slowly walking past. I'm just like, what do I say? Is there anything I can say? I've said everything. There's nothing he can fucking say. So he just like slowly walks by and I was like, and I had no intention of talking to him. Like it literally was just a coincidence. And those were the 5 times I met Kevin Smith.
The old producer's take is on everything we've talked about in this episode is we're doing what I think actually all these years and all the, like, again, we went from Robert Rodriguez inspiration, Quentin, we'll talk about Quentin another time, and Kevin Smith. It's like, ultimately, they made their film. And you guys, and so we're making our next film. And that's what this podcast is about. Saying, instead of chasing other people's thunder, May 28th, it did amazing things for you because you learned how to make a film. You know, the film that I made, it taught me a lot. Ultimately, the films we make in the future, that's what's going to create our own heat, and then other people will attach themselves to us the way we feel like we're
And we
attaching
can
ourselves.
ignore them.
And then we can ignore them. That's what this is
Now,
ultimately about.
with all this, and be honest, have your feelings changed towards Kevin Smith? Because the whole adage is don't ever meet your heroes. Did it change anything for you?
We
It
didn't
didn't-
really need him.
Yeah, I met him in quotes, but no, no, it didn't because he's a nice guy. He's part of the system. He doesn't want the script because it's unsolicited, or else he took the idea, or he doesn't work with other people. It's just it's being Hollywood. But the truth is not him, but Hollywood doesn't give a fuck about anybody. It just cares about itself. So if you're an indie filmmaker, you just gotta say not give a fuck about Hollywood. You can write your script, put your crew together, and get your budget however you can, even if you have to suck 37 dicks in a row. Just keep making your flicks. Just don't send it to fucking Kevin Smith because he's not going to watch it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
It's kind of it's like the you saw Tick Tick Boom, right?
Yeah.
You did not, right? And you
There was a guy who did effects on it, and they were fantastic.
I didn't do the effects on it.
They
so-
sucked. I hated them.
Anyway, Tick Tick Boom is like a biopic about Jonathan Larson creating like a musical before he makes Rent.
Right.
And the movie is actually about him making the musical before he makes Tick Tick Boom. So Tick Tick Boom is a musical about him making a prior musical. And the whole film culminates around him making this older musical that never got released.
Yeah.
And halfway through the film, he like finally gets it somewhat finished, and he does a showcase. And the whole point of a showcase is to try to get like investors to like, put it on off Broadway or whatever. And he does the thing, and you're like hoping that something's going to happen. And he gets a call from like, I guess not his agent or his manager or whatever, just someone who ran it for him. And she was like, no one bought it. Like, no one wanted it. And he's like, what do I do? He's like, just make another one. He's like, this took me 3 years to make. And she's like, that's the game. Like, just make another one. So ironically, he makes Tick Tick Boom, which is about his other musical, which didn't go anywhere. And then everyone knows what Rent is, which is right after that. And
Right.
of course, he tragically dies before he gets to see
Yeah.
Rent on Broadway. But the idea,
Halfway there.
the idea of like, basically,
Funny people, Tick Tick Boom. Please continue.
you make,
I understood that reference.
you're making
All within one podcast.
the idea of
Yeah.
just like, you're going to make whatever you're going to make, and then you're just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And you might die before you even see it happen.
Well, also success only gets you so far, but failure will fucking really make you better. It'll make you re-examine stuff because we've gotten better in 10 years. We've gotten deeper and darker. And you watch the original, you're like, oh, fuck, should have done that better. So,
Yeah, John Carlos should have been Spanky.
yeah. Or Josh Gad. I don't know. Well, the funny thing about that movie is Manny always says it.
his character's name?
Yeah.
It's about two guys like wanting to be superheroes and following their dreams, but Manny always says it's really about filmmakers following their dreams. I'm like, oh yeah, it kind of is. It's like, follow your dreams. So,
But they end up with a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
we followed our dreams off a cliff, but it happens.
Cool. So, Kevin Smith, we love you.
Go fuck yourself.
Just,
Yeah, I like it. I still like it, but
You haven't made a good movie since Jersey Girl. I said it.
goddamn.
god damn.
But I think he.
What? Jersey Girl was a masterpiece, and anyone who says differently, fuck them.
I think Kevin
The only
Smith
part
would
I-
be the
George
first
Carlin?
person to admit it.
Carlin's good.
Like, he actually is acting in that movie, and it's so fucking good. Anyone who's like, oh, Jersey Girl's a shitty movie because it's about whatever. It's the best fucking movie.
I like Red.
Besides Chasing Amy.
I like-
Chasing Amy is his best movie,
I
but like,
Red State
Jersey
too.
Girl
Red
is
State's
like,
good.
yeah, all right, I'll
Red
give you
State.
like two.
He said it's supposed to be simple. You hear that? Simple to shit itself. That's a good movie. I wish you would do more movies like that.
Manny just showed the most incredible range.
I know,
From
right?
here to here, and then one from here, he didn't even mellow. He just went straight to.
Well,
that is a good
Well,
movie.
that's the thing. People think Manny's a calm guy. He's a gorilla just waiting. He's just like, oh, I'm fucking, just make me mad. If you see the eyebrows go above, if the eyebrows go above the head, he's like, shit is on.
All right. Well, back to reality.
Oh, there goes rabbit.
We haven't had much traction on the movie that we're doing. Other than this week, I was able to add 5 more pages to the redraft of the script.
And Coop's been talking to Netflix about something.
Coop has been busy with a campaign.
It's
he's
about my
working
bill,
on.
actually. But yeah.
Coop's been busy with a campaign he's working on. there's things still moving. It's really right now, it's really all me just to continue writing the script. So my goal is every time I sit down to rewrite 5 pages so that we have a completely new draft before the summer's up, before August is over. So we should have a new draft of the script to look at by the end of August so that we can all start pushing forward and seeing what are the next steps for us as producing this film and what you think we should do in terms of breaking it down and getting money
As a
together.
matter of fact, I propose for future episodes, just for an accountability standpoint, we actually, maybe we'll do a segment where, if applicable, we all go into like, what did we do this week to further the cause of
I
actually
have a
getting
better idea. What if we never talk about what we're making and just keep doing the podcast about interesting stuff?
What about if it's something in between those two that we figure out at a later date?
What
Right?
those are the sketches?
That's my
Is John Carlo trying to write?
That's
but
my
then
producer note.
His baby and his dog and his other kid and then his teenager all just kind of keep pulling him away from the writing.
Yeah, like he has to have priorities. He should worry about his Christmas horror script, not this fucking family that he made.
Yeah.
It's kind of, that's the struggle,
Yeah.
as you know as well, right? Like the struggle to
had to have
make
kids,
shit
didn't
all the
you?
time. The reason any of this shit is still getting done is
fuck
because
Rocco's
6
mom.
months ago, I
Yeah.
said I had an idea for a fucking podcast. I found the time to put together a little deck based off the ideas that I wanted to put everything in. Everybody was on board. Manny realistically said like the realistic thing of putting all this stuff into one podcast is too hard. I heard that even though I told him to fuck off initially. And I was like, all right, we can roll this stuff out piece by piece. So we're doing the podcast piece by piece. We're doing the little sketches piece by piece. And all the other elements to what I believe the podcumentary can be.
Showcase.
And the behind the scenes of what this is. Because
Gotcha.
the accountability aspect of this is for me the most important part.
Yeah.
So as much as I know that doing the podcast, editing the podcast and the skits is another responsibility creatively, it is keeping me kind of on my toes to make sure that if I'm putting the effort in this, I'm putting the effort in what the big goal is in the end. And the big goal is funding another fucking movie, because our little movie that we made 10 plus years ago is out there and we get rentals and we get people buy it here and there. And it's kind of cool to see the money trickle in, because it's just pennies that trickle in, but it's there. And I know that when we make our next film, it's going to make such a bigger splash because of all the experience we have, because of all the love we have for storytelling. And each project that we've done, features, they've been short films, music videos, marketing, skits, we've gotten better. So every time we make something, it's always better. Something has improved on it. End of episode 3.
On a serious note,
Yeah.
can we retire accountability? And I didn't see this on my 2025 bingo card forever.
Can we retire? People say, I'm going to retire this and retire that. You got to say words, Manny.
what do you
The
think?
only words we need to
Accountability?
retire are the word like.
No, I just think they're
And
overused,
fuck.
but
No, we're going to keep saying fuck.
Yeah,
Was that the
let's
wrap
wrap
up?
up. Now let's wrap up. End of episode 3. We'll see you on the next one. I don't know who's going to be here.
Coop and Manny might get fired again. Maybe it's me.
seriously, who are we talking to?
I'm up.
Talking to you. All right, later guys.
Hi,
Bye.
Oh.
Would not wear earmuffs in Hollywood. But if we never make it, doesn't mean that we're no good. Would not wear earmuffs in Hollywood. But if we never make it, doesn't mean that we're no good.